So I just arrived at Clifty Falls State Park here in Indiana. It was a bit of a drive this morning. I thought about driving out last night, but I didn't want to make the drive last night just because it was a couple of hours, and I was like, well, I can just do that in the morning. It's not going to be too bad. But I forgot how awful people were at driving in the snow. So what should have been like 2 hours and 20 minutes turned into 3 hours and 15. I got here about an hour and a half after I wanted to be here, so well, it didn't help any. But I am the only one here, so that is nice. So I'm checking out Big Clifty Falls right now. Then I'll head over past Little Clifty Falls, and then I'm gonna do a whole bunch of hiking today in the snow. It's gonna be fun. So I'm at my first creek crossing, and I'm not sure what's underneath all that snow. So I'm going to pack my camera back in my bag, and then I'll give this a whirl. If I fall through, at least everything is mostly in a water resistant place. So this should be fun. So for some reason it said it ran out of battery right after it started recording. I got about halfway across, but as you can tell, I didn't fall through, so it was uneventful. But I made it, and I'm still dry. I'm still kind of cold though. So to say trying to get to the base of the falls was disappointing would be an understatement. The sign right there that says not allowed past this line, and you can't even get up to see most of the fall because all of the trees and those big rocks are in the way. So this is about as far as I'm gonna go. I only dunked my feet 3 times on the way up here, so hopefully I'll only dunk my feet once or twice on the way back out now that I kind of know where I'm going. But that was a slog. It took me probably half an hour to get from where the trail hit the creek to this point. So definitely not recommended. It might be a fun hike in the summer, but the view is not worth it. So I'm just about done with my day hike around Clifty Falls. The creek was definitely not worth it. It was very rough, especially with snow and ice everywhere, and the danger of punching through and submerging your foot or worse in the frozen water. But the trails along the east rim of Clifty Falls are definitely kind of sketch in the winter because a lot of them are sloped, and when that ground is frozen and then there's snow on top of it, it makes it really sketchy. Like, you're not sure where you can step and where you can't. Are you going to slide down into the gorge or just slip and knock your head? I don't know. One way to find out is to take that step. So it was a little bit of adrenaline hiking the east rim. Once I got down to the bottom, I started heading back up. The west side on trail number 8 is fairly easy going once you get up to the top, but getting up to the top is the hard part. There's quite a bit of elevation change. I even put my act tracks on because I kept sliding because of that frozen dirt and snow. So, but I am almost done. I can see the shelter. I can see my car. Just gotta loop up and around this end. I'll be back probably quarter mile, half mile at most. So that's gonna put, I found a rock I couldn't see. It's gonna put the hike at about 9.5, maybe 10 miles. So a little longer than I was expecting. I was only thinking I was gonna do 6 or 7, but that creek trail really took it out of me. A bit of an up and back I wasn't quite expecting for very little return. So I head back to the car. I'll lose a layer. I'll take off these very snow covered boots and crank that here and get ready for the long 2.5 hour drive home. Hopefully it's not going to be as long as the drive in this morning. And then my mom said she was going to make some homemade noodles, and my brother was thinking about coming over after work and running the RC car. Since this snow is very fluffy, it should be fun for the cars, provided it's still on the parking lot behind the house. So we'll see. Thanks for watching.